Thinking about ditching school? You're probably focused on what you'll gain, but have you truly considered what you stand to lose? The first, seemingly smallest cost, is your weekends. Remember those lazy Saturdays, binge-watching shows, hanging out with friends? Kiss them goodbye. Now, every free day becomes a scramble for hours. You're filling out applications, attending rushed interviews, and desperately trying to prove yourself. This isn't freedom. It's a frantic search for stability, before you even know what stability means. It's a different kind of exhaustion. Next, you might not notice it right away, but your social circle subtly shifts. Suddenly, your friends are talking about classes, exams, and future plans that you're no longer a part of. You still see them, of course, but the connection isn't quite the same. Inside jokes fade, shared experiences dwindle, and slowly, you find yourself on the periphery, an observer of a life you once shared. There's the initial thrill of proving everyone wrong, of forging your own path. But that adrenaline eventually fades, replaced by a nagging feeling of unfinished business. Maybe it's a skill you wanted to learn, a subject that fascinated you, or simply the satisfaction of earning that diploma. Now, that potential remains unfulfilled, a constant reminder of what could have been. The ghost of an opportunity haunts you. Then, the questions start. At family gatherings, social events, even casual conversations, people will ask, "So, what are you doing now?" It starts as polite curiosity, but each repetition chips away at your confidence. You start to anticipate the question, rehearsing your answer, feeling the weight of unspoken judgment in their eyes, questioning your own choices. The loss of structure is another hidden cost. School provides a built-in framework, deadlines, schedules, expectations. Without it, you're adrift, responsible for creating your own discipline. It's tempting to sleep in, procrastinate, and postpone the hard work. The lack of external pressure can quickly lead to a cycle of inactivity and missed opportunities. Self-imposed pressure rarely feels as effective. You might find yourself doubting your abilities. Without the constant feedback of grades and assignments, you lose a sense of your own progress. You start comparing yourself to your peers who are still in school, feeling like you're falling behind, even if your path is different. The absence of measurable achievement can erode your self-esteem. There's the subtle, but real, cost of diminished expectations. People, sometimes unconsciously, lower their expectations of you. The opportunities presented to you might be less challenging, less rewarding, and less likely to lead to long-term success. You're often underestimated, forced to work harder to prove your worth. Perceived potential becomes a burden. The financial burden is often the most immediate concern. Entry-level jobs without a diploma typically pay less, offering limited benefits and little room for advancement. You're constantly struggling to make ends meet, sacrificing comforts and experiences that your peers take for granted. The constant worry about money becomes a heavy weight, affecting every aspect of your life. Career advancement becomes significantly more challenging. Many higher-paying jobs require a diploma or degree, creating a ceiling on your earning potential. You might be stuck in dead-end jobs, feeling trapped and unfulfilled. The lack of formal education limits your options, making it harder to achieve your long-term financial goals. The cost to your future family is often overlooked. Your lower earning potential can impact your ability to provide for your children, limiting their opportunities and creating financial strain on your household. You might feel guilty about not being able to give them the same advantages that others can. Your choices now affect generations to come. The feeling of being stuck is perhaps one of the most insidious costs. The longer you're out of school, the harder it becomes to go back. The fear of failure, the financial burden, and the perceived gap between you and your peers can create a powerful barrier. You might feel trapped in a cycle of low-paying jobs, with little hope of escaping. The self-doubt can become crippling. You start questioning your intelligence, your potential, and your worth. The constant comparison to others who have achieved more can lead to feelings of inadequacy and depression. You might start to believe that you're not good enough, that you'll never amount to anything. Opportunities for personal growth diminish. School isn't just about academics. It's about developing critical thinking skills, expanding your horizons, and exposing yourself to new ideas. Without that structured environment, you might miss out on opportunities to challenge yourself, learn new things, and grow as a person. Intellectual stagnation breeds discontent. The risk of settling for less becomes a harsh reality. You might lower your expectations, accepting jobs and relationships that don't truly fulfill you. The constant struggle for survival can wear you down, making it harder to pursue your dreams. The fire that once burned brightly slowly dwindles to embers. The potential for regret intensifies with time. As you get older, you might look back on your decision with a growing sense of what could have been. The missed opportunities, the unfulfilled potential, and the limitations you've placed on yourself can become a source of deep sorrow. The weight of what-ifs becomes unbearable. The erosion of your self-confidence can affect your relationships. You might feel insecure around successful people, constantly comparing yourself to them. You might become defensive or resentful, straining your relationships with friends and family. The internal turmoil spills over into your interactions with others. The lack of a safety net becomes terrifying. Without the skills and qualifications that come with a diploma, you're more vulnerable to economic downturns and job losses. You might struggle to find stable employment, living paycheck to paycheck, constantly fearing the unknown. The absence of security breeds constant anxiety. Your physical health can suffer. The stress of financial instability, the lack of access to healthcare, and the demands of physically demanding jobs can take a toll on your body. You might develop chronic health problems, further limiting your opportunities and increasing your financial burden. The body keeps the score. The increased risk of substance abuse is a dark, unspoken cost. The stress, the boredom, and the feelings of hopelessness can lead some to seek solace in drugs or alcohols. This can quickly spiral out of control, further damaging your life and relationships. Addiction becomes another chain, binding you to despair. The cycle of poverty can become inescapable. Without the education and skills to break free, you might find yourself trapped in a system that perpetuates inequality. Your children might face the same challenges, continuing the cycle of limited opportunities. The weight of generational poverty crushes the spirit. The loss of hope is the ultimate tragedy. When you lose hope, you lose the will to fight, to strive, to dream. You resign yourself to a life of mediocrity, accepting your fate without resistance. The light within you dims, leaving you in perpetual darkness. This is the quietest, deadliest cost of all. Ultimately, the cost of dropping out isn't just about money or career. It's about the slow erosion of your potential, the quiet crushing of your spirit, and the acceptance of a life lived far below your capabilities. It's a debt you pay every single day. Dropping out isn't a single decision. It's a series of sacrifices that compound over time. Are you truly ready to pay that price? Or can you find the strength to choose a different path?